When it comes to the 2024 Republican National Convention next week, Savannah Chrisley might know best. Concurring to ABC Associate Activity News 6, the previous reality star will be taking the most stage at the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee on Tuesday as portion of the day's Make America Secure Once More subject. Not one or the other Chrisley or the occasion organizers had affirmed this as of Friday evening, and an official speaker list has, however, to be discharged. Chrisley, a previous TV reality appear identity who featured on Chrisley Knows Best with her parents Todd and Julie Chrisley, has been devoting more of her time to pushing for criminal equity change since her mother and father were sentenced to prison for charge avoidance and wire extortion, ABC said. Chrisley has been vocal approximately the treatment of her guardians in jail, claiming they are being treated exceptionally ineffectively within the facilities. In an episode of her podcast, Savannah and her brother Chase claimed the couple had no air conditioning in either of their offices, conjointly said the jails had dark shape asbestos, and, in Julie's case, snakes crawling on the floor. In an afterward meet with Excitement Today, she said her talking out got them focused on with more regrettable treatment. Chrisley talked out in May against former President Donald Trump's conviction on 34 crime charges of falsifying records to wrongfully impact the 2016 decision through a quiet money payment to a porn actor who said they had sex. Nowadays weighs overwhelming on my heart as we witness the decision with respect to President Donald J. Trump, she posted on Instagram. It is irrefutably a somber day, not as it were for his supporters, but for anybody who accepts within the standards of decency and equity. In January, Chrisley prodded a modern, less scripted reality appear on her podcast, opened with Savannah Chrisley, which would center on current life with the Chrisleys with the guardians in jail and the minor children, Grayson and Chloe, in Savannah Chrisley's care. It's certainly happening, she said. Who is Savannah Chrisley? Savannah Confidence Chrisley is a 26-year-old reality TV star, performing artist, and podcaster from Atlanta, Georgia. She is most known for her appearances in Chrisley Knows Best, Special Forces, World's Hardest Test, and Sharknado. The Fourth Stirs. Chrisley 2-1 Miss Tennessee Adolescent USA in 2016 and put within the best 15 at Miss High Schooler USA 2016, and founded the Magnificence line Sassy by Savannah. This year, she was unmasked as, spoilers, the Afghan dog on The Wizard of Oz, Night of the Veiled Singer. I do not sing, not within the car, the shower, anywhere, Chrisley kidded to the Tennessean. But in her on-air bother amid the scene, she said, I need to create my family grin and chuckle from a far distance, and that's what's giving me the courage tonight. Final year, her ex-fiancé, former proficient ice hockey player Nicholas Curtiles, kicked the bucket after being included in a cruiser crash in Nashville, Tennessee. Chrisley is as of now dating Robert Shutter, a senior bad habit president at Senior Life Protections, and a previous hostile lineman for Coppery College. He has 3 children with his repelled spouse, previous Miss Houston Province, Alabama, 2005 Lindsay Shutter, who has been accused of planning to kill him in 2023, 3 months after each of them filed for divorce against the other, who are Julie and Todd Chrisley. Todd and Julie Chrisley, who depicted themselves as genuine domain moguls, picked up popularity with their USA Orange reality, appear Chrisley Knows Best, which followed their tight-knit, tumultuous family and the Chrisleys' extravagant way of life in Atlanta and Nashville. The appear drew in more than 2 million watchers by its 8th season and propelled spin-offs such as Developing Up Chrisley and Concurring to Chrisley. The appears including the Chrisleys kept on discuss in spite of their lawful inconveniences, up until the reality TV couple was sentenced to jail. The Chrisleys exchanged their extravagant way of life for jail time, turning themselves in to their individual detainment facilities, January 17, 2023. Prosecutors said the reality TV couple was driven by ravenousness, as they locked in an extensive bank extortion plot, and after that covered up their riches from charge specialists. All 3 appears, including the Chrisley family, have since been canceled. A January 2024 check online appears Chrisley Knows Best is accessible to stream on a few stages. Why are Julie and Todd Chrisley, reality TV stars, in jail? Todd, 55, and Julie Chrisley, 51, were found blameworthy of committing assess avoidance and defrauding community banks out of more than $30 million in false advances in June 2022. Julie Chrisley was furthermore sentenced of obstacle of equity and wire extortion. The couple was to begin with sentenced to 12 and 7 years in jail, separately in November of 2022. In expansion to their jail sentences, they each gotten in a range of 16 months probation from U.S. Area Judge Eleanor Ross in Atlanta, news outlets detailed. A number of weeks prior, the Chrisleys were requested to turn over $30,000 held in an Alabama Believe support to assist pay for their $17 million judgment after their blameworthy decision. When will Todd and Julie Chrisley be discharged from jail? It's been a year and a half since Julie and Todd Chrisley began their jail sentences for bank extortion. But rather than the individual 7 and 12-year sentences, each has had their jail time marginally diminished. In December, the Palm Shoreline Post detailed Julie Chrisley would be released from the Government Restorative Center in Lexington, Kentucky on September 4, 2028, agreeing to the Government Bureau of Detainment Facilities location. She was reassigned there from the federal jail camp in Marianna, Florida in January 2023 for obscure reasons. Generally, her sentence was decreased by more than a year. Agreeing to the Government Bureau of Jails, Todd Chrisley, who is serving time at FEC Pensacola, portrayed on its location as a least security government jail camp, will be discharged November 23, 2032.